portfolio management, right? What is the define of portfolio management? 我讲很快啊，你自己去 super， 你自己找朋友去讲啊。portfolio management, how do you define portfolio management? Right? And other than that, why investment we should go international market? Our international market facing what kind of problem, what kind of risk? And what is the advantage, benefits we go to international investment? Right? And then we should know about the calculation. Chapter 1, what do you learn? The calculation, chapter 1. My calculation focus, chapter 1, chapter 4, chapter 5. 1, 4, 5. Okay? Chapter 1, what is the calculation? Still remember? This R, F, R, all this no lah, not test you lah. Covariance coefficient, still remember? Chapter 1. Here is a slide. Measure return and risk. Yes or no? HPR, HPY not tested. 不用读啊，省你的时间。So you should look at the variance, you should look at the return, how is the probabilities times the return, get expected return, calculate expected rate of return. Yes or no? Measure the risk for expected return. Then you should look at standard deviation. You should look at the coefficient variation. All these are chapter 1. Calculation. Then chapter 2. What is the issue? Chapter 2. Still remember chapter 2. Chapter 2, we shall look at asset allocation, right? Maybe I will give you some mini case study. The mini case study will talk about this scenario, whatever. Okay? Then you should look at the individual, what's the age, to come out your investment recommendation based on asset allocation concept. Then you should look at the personal, we have how many individual life cycle? Accumulation, console, spending, gifting, yes or no? Then when you go to this investment, you should know what's policy statement, right? What is policy statement? Why policy statement so important? What is finance objective? What is this finance constraint? If I say for asset allocation, you must consider all those here and there. Right? Policy statement, the investment constraint, the finance objective, right? Based on the issue on that particular case. Can be old age people, young age people, middle age people. What actually the risk profile, all this here and there. You must consider. Then chapter 3, EMH, efficient capital market. Why market should be efficient? Market should be efficient. What kind of criteria? What actually you look at efficient? Information efficient, operation efficient, right? Then market should be efficient. Then we have 3 form, right? Yes or no? Weak formula, strong formula, semi-strong formula. So technical, fundamental, yes or no? So EMH, market should be efficient. Then after that, chapter 4, we have to look at theories such as portfolio theory. What do you understand? Optimal portfolio theory. What is efficient frontier for you? What do you understand? Utility curve. What is utility curve meaning? The drawing as well. Efficient frontier. Alright? Especially these are lending, borrowing patterns, all this, right? Okay? And then the calculation. Calculation, you should look at what? Especially chapter 4, there's one calculation. You must calculate. Example, I give you 3, 4 stock. You must look at the average for each stock. And the average return, standard deviation, you must be able to calculate. Correlation, coefficient, covariance. Then you pick up the portfolio based on the best choice. Yes or no? Or maybe you got 2 portfolio, 3 portfolio based on your comparison. Then you select the risk which is lower, return which is higher. Okay? Then come to chapter 5. Chapter 5, last week we covered asset pricing model, we got CAP model, we have APT model. What is different between these 2 models? Yes or no? Why APT is more favored compared to CAP? Why CAP model been criticized? What are the problems? Because CAP is based on single factor, APT based on multi-factor. Remember? So CML, SML, the line, the differences and the similarity. What's the difference between these 2? CML, SML. And the calculation for CAP model, calculation for APT model. And just now we based on the calculation. So you must able to calculate and interpret further on that. Okay, 讲完了。考到多少？看你耳朵听到多少？还有什么问题？ calculation 50%, theory 50%. Why APT preference? Why APT 你一定要读 doctorate 哈 ，doctorate 一定要读 additional calculation 要读啊，没有读自己负责任的。你要懂画图哦 ，efficient frontier 要懂得画，你知道吗 ？utility curve 也要懂得画。utility curve 啊 ，how is the drawing utility curve? What is the y tangent c? Okay, right? A draw on efficient frontier. Efficient frontier. This Markov efficient frontier. CAP model, APT model. Right? Yes or no? And then what do you understand this correlation? Low correlation better or negative correlate better or positive correlate better? What's correlation? Okay? The calculation, all this and that. If you study, should be no issue lah. Yeah, one thing is you do not spend time to study. What is benefit for this? Okay, the differences and similarity, right? I think last week when I go to this CAP model, APT model, if what's the difference between these two? Remember number of factors? Especially this one CAP model, APT model. Last week I mentioned this topic. Right? You study it. 背起来啦 difference between CAP, APT. Why APT more flavored than CAP? Why? APT got multi-factors, CAP is single factor, CAP based on beta. Beta measure the risk. So not reliable, right? APT more reliable, right? Mainly APT go to these macroeconomic factors. And CAP have linear relation between asset risk and return. And APT does not specify this assumption about source of risk. So they are multi-factor. Factor identification. CAP is look at only one factor, beta. APT look at what? Several factors. This factor you can change one. They are more flexibility. They provide you more, multiple factor flexibility. APT more flexible. Which one is more simple? In fact, CAP is more simple and straightforward. APT more complex because APT you got several factors, and those factors is not fixed one. They can flexible. So of course, CAP is measured by beta. APT is measured multiple. APT also measured by multiple beta, but based on different factors. Mainly it's on economic variable like interest rate, inflation, industry, specific factors. Applicability, CAP is simple and direct, each application, but APT are more, more complex based on these multiple factors. So you have to do your computation. So overall, CAP and APT are used for asset pricing. CAP is simple, single factor. APT is more flexible, multi-factor model. Any question? You must be able to do computation. Asset pricing model. I think this one you should know the efficient frontier. Security market line. What is security market line? And SML, CML, what is different? Anyone? You should be able to explain. Your tutor already covered chapter 4, bro. Cover chapter 4. 你一定要叫他们 cover 到 chapter doctorate 6啊，没有到 doctorate 6你自己读啦。我也不知道，我交代了他们 should be 啦啊。有些老师要考到 doctorate 6，这个星期你要考2个 doctorate。啊？我昨天才更厉害，我一班里面考了3个 doctorate， 我讲他们没有做，我讲。还有没有问题？还要问什么？还没关系啊，3题，里面有 sub ABC， 哇，你要做很快哦，一题都有 sub ABC，100分，100 mark convert to hundreds，so calculation will take you 50%。 Theory 50%. So, okay, I just let you know my requirement. I prefer you, the answer is paragraph, paragraph. Don't give me point form. If you are my student, I prefer you use dark blue or dark color pen to write. 深蓝色笔或是黑色笔写你的答案。And then 你不要用浅蓝色。Why? Sometimes very light, I can't see it. And paragraph by paragraph. Let's say point 4. Let's say example. Give me number of factors, the difference between CAP and APD. Let's say. So I prefer use subheading. Subheading. 一个 point 一个 subheading. Paragraph by paragraph. Separate. Don't give all your answer in one whole paragraph. I don't really catch up your point sometimes. Because when I read your answer, wow, you put all the point there. No, some certain students have the habit is what? Repeat and repeat. 在那边转。你的 answer 是什么？再 repeat 再 repeat， 重复又重复的。我看的时候很痛苦哎。为什么？还有don't give me some answer which is not relevant 我宁可你不会写不要给我一些有的没有的。Some students is what？反正我写下去了，同情分Understand? If the question asks you something, you must give me answer relevant. 不要太离谱out of scope 我就不给你分的。Drawing 如果有叫你画图，你一定要画图。Formula 一定要放 ，formula you must put formula. Okay? And then of course, step by step, how to do the calculation, you must show me the step. Don't give me shortcut answer without the step to showing me the calculation. If your final answer is wrong, I will see how is the calculation based on between the process 可能有一些同情分。如果你 final answer 不对，step 可能对可能还有一些分数。有冇咯 ？Formula 一定要写 ，step 一定要写清楚。How is the calculation look like? Paragraph pattern, subheading 你可以写 highlight pen。老师，这个是重点 highlight。underline 我们眼睛不是很好改了太多分我不想看了。Bring your 3-piece paper 我没有 provide 纸到时你说我没有带纸啦，忘记带纸啦，我要借啦。This one you bring your own paper。考试的时候 bag must leave it beside the what? Let's say tutorial SA 206. So your bag must keep beside the what we call the table. And that day you cannot trick your chef. 下礼拜不能 trick因为 tutorial class 不能够开机来 trick chef. So SA 206 I already request management to get this particular room open. Even though I do not have class, you can go in. If the door is open, you can trick on your own. Even though without lecturer there inside. Let's say the room is available. They open the door by 9. You can select your time, whichever you prefer, to go in. Let's say Tuesday afternoon. Afternoon today is free. So let's say 2:30. Let's say that particular room is I think available 2:30 to 5 today. You can go in. If I say you do not do the trick during tutorial, don't come during lunchtime. Okay? And then 2:30 to 5. Wednesday, I think, if no classes, I think should be okay. Then you see let's say the room is available. And CITC, I know some certain students request, can I go to CITC to trick? If that particular slot not belong to tutor, you can't go in. Because CITC, that particular lab is for whole school. All the students from whole campus. It's not just only for FAMB. So you must get the lecturer's permission if you want to use CITC lab. I would suggest you liaise with tutor Mr. Bernard and Mr. Shaw, where is the free time for him. And then you get their permission, you can sit at the back to do your trick. CITC, because there should be special pre-booking. It's not any time you can go in one, because others, lecturers or tutor will use the lab. Unless SA206. SA206, the system I think sometimes is quite slow. Very hack one. So the network also not very stable. So this is the trick. And don't forget, 20 March. So week 8, 20 March is the last day to sell all your stock on that. Remember, don't wait until last minute. 5点钟我才能卖不到 你可以提早卖，3月20号以前。下礼拜是 week 几 ？week 7 right? week 8, 20 March, you must sell all your stock on hand. If I say you do not sell the stock, the balance not counted. We will try to release the result by 24 March. Once the result released by provider, we will disclose all this ranking for you. Because I have 600 over students, 665. I don't know whether you want to combine 660 or you want separate 2 group. This group 350, the other group 300. So how? 要600多个人比吗？还是要分2班？300人，360、350。要分2班是吧？分2班 ，this is SEM 1, SEM 2. The other group is SEM 3. Okay, I will let you know later. Okay, by right should be divided 2 groups lah. We see how. Because so many students, I don't know whether provider can separate the things or not. I will liaise with that. See whether 600 over students compete each other, do the ranking or separate the 2 groups. Okay, any question? If no, we stop here. Good luck for next week midterm test. Bring your paper, calculator, liquid paper, and this pen. And you cannot bring your pencil boxes, all those. Okay?